All right, so I had already like started recording this, and about 10 minutes in, I realized it wasn't picking up my mic. So hello, there's that. Uh, I didn't talk about much besides some shit about why people don't like Yamiko and how if they buff her, then like my C6 Yamiko gets buffed, so like buff her. Look at that girl, I love her. Oh, my controller's on. So yeah, they want her buff because she feels weird sometimes. Like this little three-piece does she does is weird with the lag on it if you don't time it right. So people want that buffed. But we ain't here to talk about that. We here to do Spiral because I did my dailies and while talking about stuff, and that's I looked over and saw it wasn't picking me up. So we're heading into Spiral. So I actually did Spiral last time, but it's about to reset. I don't really play Genshin as much right now. I've been playing more like Lost Ark. I got Yaimiko, and I was like, well, like now what am I supposed to do? So like I don't want to explore stuff. When opponents take electro charge damage, electros do a 10% max 4 stacks. Each stack duration is independent. Wow, that's kind of nutty. Okay, well I guess this team is gonna tear up floor 12. So like what I want to try is like a floor 12, but using like not Klee carry. Like I want to do the ice team, so like I would put Bennett on this team, but I don't think that's a good idea. Like I would do, I don't know, Bennett, Ganyu, Ayaka. You know, as creative as song, I'll probably do Shinha because, but I don't have like a good. That's 3 polearm users. Oh, I wouldn't be using him. But I need like Mona actually to freeze for me. I have to use Mona. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, my Mona's pretty good. Like, she's not bad. Bad. Mona bad to the bone. Maybe I'll try it. Like, maybe that's a good combo of a team. I mean, I could also just play Klee, like the other team. Ooh, excuse me. There's no problem with that. Of like Klee. Look at that girl. Look at her. Klee can help. How do I get her to say that? Where's that Klee can help when you pick her?
What did you do that for?
I feel kind of woozy.
I feel kind of woozy.
Woozy. I feel kind of woozy. I've been there before, Klee. Shit, I was feeling that way last night. Klee can help.
Klee can help.
Klee can help. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Klee is here.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Klee is here. It was an accident.
Damn, she like she got beat up.
La la la. Da da da.
Da-da-da. Alright, that's not like alright, I love her. I'm pretty sure all these characters are fine still. Like I didn't really need to change anything on them. I bet you he'd be nuts with this Primordial Jade Cutter actually instead of Cinnabar Spindle. Like the extra crit would just be insane. What does he even have? Like full defense shit? Did I not keep a good crit damage helmet? Nope, I sure didn't. I surely did not. I don't ever got a goblet for him to use either. Damn rip. Holy shit. Cinnabar Spindle might actually just be good then. Cause I really think that would be like nuts on Bennett. I just don't have the stuff to like build him well with that. How much defense though? It's 2,800, 75. Oh, whoa, I did a little too much there. Like, how much would he drop? Oh, he only drops like, yeah, only 500. But like, he gets more attack. But like his attack. See, this is where I would like have to do. Like this would need to be attack instead of defense, and I would like have to actually use his burst and stuff. But I think he's better set up for like raw defense. I'm not sure. She's a small attacking. He's like 100. They're like, I don't know. I don't really give a shit about Bennett's like crit stats, but the extra health is like really nice. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna crush this place anyway. And then we got Zhongers on deck, right? Where's Zhongers at? Was Mr. Zhongli? Damn, rip, that boy got a use Favonius Lance. I do not have good lances. But anyway, yeah, so let's run through this. I was talking about Lost Ark. Like, so I think Lost Ark is like really fun. Obviously, I wouldn't have been playing it. Hold on, we got Hydro, Mr. Hydro Slob. Does it matter who I put on what side on this one? Power agent at the end. I'll make Yamiko do all the work. I feel kind of woozy. So I've decided in that game. Alright, so my main is a Gun Lancer, right? And like Gun Lancers are like touted as being beefy boys. And like, oh, they were like really good. Like a lot of what I saw before the game came out was talking about how Gun Lancers are really good, right? Like the Superman classes of the game. And I was like, okay, sure, like I'm sure they are. LOL. Nah, that motherfucker's more lying. That class is kind of crazy. I don't think it's OP. It's just like it does everything. It has CC, it has party support, it has debuffs, it has buffs, but you don't really use like the buff. Well, it does have buffs, yeah. And the shout of hatred. It has a taunt. You can just interrupt boss mechanic with that taunt. It's like, oh, okay. And then lock them in place for like 6 seconds. Not lock them in place, but lock them on you, right? So your teammates know like, oh, we're free to attack and stuff. Yeah, it's really crazy. I was like, I didn't expect this class to be that good, but like the thing I like the most is like the shield. Your class skill is this shield you can put down, right? And like that shield is pretty nutty because it has a lot of like push resistance on it. So like enemies can't like they just don't knock you down with a lot of their attacks as long as you have shields. Like maintaining your shield is like pretty important. I'm still getting better at that. But if the support recognizes that just because you have a shield on doesn't mean you don't. Just because you have a shield on doesn't mean you don't need to be shielded by them. Like then you really get value because you can keep stacking your shield. And it really helps. It's something I noticed of like a big difference between supports who shield me and those who don't. But that class is like super fun. I really enjoyed it, and I kind of get mad when I play other classes that aren't as survival, like that need to like dodge. I'm like, why do I have to play the game? I don't want to play the game. I want to stand here and fucking press my shield button, and that's it. I don't want to dodge. I gotta dodge, but I ain't trying to be a nimble fighter. Okay. So at first I was gonna play artillerist, but I tried him and I was like, this class sucks. Man, that was dumb. That's not true. I needed to play the game to understand, like, okay, like, the class feels bad at level 0, but that's not necessarily, like, you know, whether the game, if the class is actually bad or not. But it's a good thing I didn't play Artillerist first, or I wouldn't have played Gun Lancer. But then I made a Sharpshooter, and, like, that was a bad idea. They're okay, but they aren't really fun. Like, then I made a War Dancer, and she's okay as well. I've come to like her playstyle a little bit more, but it's just kind of like whatever. So I have those, and then I was also gonna play a paladin, but you know I didn't make that. So like that's my alt. I have a paladin alt, a gun. And I finally made an artillerist, and I was like, man, this dude is dope as fuck. Like he's so tanky. Like he's not as tanky as Gunlancer. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous comparison to make. Like no one can be as tanky as Gunlancer, but he is tanky, pretty tanky. And I like all the stagger and weak point damage he has. Like him and the Scrapper are pretty fun to play as an Paladin. So I'm still waiting for Destroyer. Like I'm looking forward to Destroyer releasing whenever they come up with that one. Because they need to stop fucking around and give people their alts, like their mains. Like I don't know why they were like, this leak happened. It wasn't really like a leak as much as they were going to release an article, and they had like given all this stuff to the press, and then they were like at the last minute like, oh no wait, don't release that, like don't show that. So I'm fucking really close to this. I need to turn my gain down. I need to turn my gain down. Like I think that's better. Like they had talked about it. All right, or so like all these places ran this story, and then they were like, no way. So they had to like kind of to take it down. But some people already published it, so some folks saw it, and so like Destroyer was going to be one of the new classes coming in April, and then I missed my totem. And then the other one's going to be, was it Arcana? I think it was Arcana was going to be the other one. But at like, they put out a statement saying, or like Smilegate or Amazon Game Studios put out a statement saying like, hey, we're updating the roadmap. So like, you know, we pulled the stuff back, and I was like, oh, okay. So maybe some of this other stuff that was supposed to come with that already got talked about, like Argos and all that kind of shit. And Southvern and the new story we're supposed to be getting. Some of that got talked about. So I wonder what they're going to do about whatever they pulled. Because I really hope it... They said like, oh, we're pulling it based on like player progression and feedback. So I think there's going to be two things that... One thing I think for sure is going to happen. And they're going to add some of the catch-up mechanics. That apparently has become a huge topic in the community. There's like this dead zone of 1340 to 1370, and like they don't mean by dead zone, they mean like that used to be the cap, like one of the caps, and then it got increased when they added the Legion raid, which I guess is like the premier raiding content. And people were having a hard time getting to that content, so they added these catch-up mechanic kind of deal, like helping you progress through. And then I guess, I don't know if they redid or what, but there was some more content between 1340 and 1370, because as I understand it right now, and I might be wrong, is that you get to 1340 and then you don't get any new content until 1370, which is like pretty nutty, considering there's like content there that's also 1370, but like Argos is 1370. So it's like the Abyssal dungeons are there, and they're like 1325, I think, and 1350. I think 1340, and then the hard mode versions of that are like 1370, and it's like that's kind of crazy. Like, what? So I think they're going to redo some of that. If you kept up with my 13, 14, 13 on the beat 555. And I really hope they are deciding to speed up the release of classes, because I don't view classes as the same kind of exhaustible content as like raids and new content, like story content and shit. Because like people want to play their main, they don't want to play classes they don't like. And considering it's a long game, you play it for a long time, people don't want to be investing in characters that's not their main, right? Like I think that's really shitty. So I think they need to go ahead and like give a really concrete release date of all the classes, and try to get those out as soon as possible. I think that would be best for the game, honestly. because you can also only play like one character. That sounds kind of dumb as an argument, but like it's just not the same as like content. Like people like their classes, you play them forever, and you can make alts and play that. But it's just like not having your class. It's like it really suck. Like I would probably not like the game if Gunlancer was like the one I had to wait for, and like it was the one I wanted though. Like I would be really mad, honestly. So we'll see what they do. I hope they do something with this apparent dead zone of 1340, because I'm almost 1340 and I am not looking forward to no dead zone BS. All right, like I done played too many MMOs. I ain't trying to be on no struggle life. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead and fix that AGS. Excuse me. I can also say I do like that game rewards like teamwork. Like the maps you can do together, the chaos dungeons you can do together, the guardian raids, the abyssal dungeons, running around you could probably do together if you wanted to. Like there's a lot of good stuff in the game for like just playing the game, other than trying to be like cranks, like filling out your adventure tome. The horizontal progression is actually pretty nice, of like the adventure tome of cocoa seeds, gathering, all that shit contributes to like you being able to play that higher at the vertical progression, like the higher stuff. It makes it easier, makes it more comfortable. So that's pretty nice. And I didn't quite understand just exactly what they meant when they said like horizontal progression. I thought it was just like some cosmetics or something, but it does contribute, because like you get the skill runes, you get the cards, you get skill points, that kind of stuff to make it easier for you to play at the highest level. And I was like, oh, that's pretty nice, you know, I like that. So but with your friends, like there's like maps and stuff. It's much better to do like any of the content you can with like people you know are reliable, and that can do the content too, because like especially maps, right? So this is how maps work. I was telling Andrews about this, and he immediately caught on to what I thought about too. Like it'd be like PSO is like maps work on like this honor system, right? So like there's like 3 different tiers of maps. Oh, I'm sorry, let me explain this. So the game has these things called chaos gates when you hit tier 2. I think they actually opened like earlier than that, but I don't remember. But the chaos gates are like things you can do once a day. I think it's once a day on your account. And so you go in, it's on the map somewhere, like in the open world. You go in and you do it, and then when you beat it, you get a random rarity map, secret map. And the secret map is somewhere else on the world, and you can go in and you get like upgrade materials, all right? So with the maps, it's better, what people have learned is like it's better to do it with multiple people, all of the same rarity. You do them together, right? So if we all have blue, we all do our blue maps together. We do it 4 times, you get 4 times the loot, right? So the only exception to this is the orange maps, because it goes blue rarity, and then purple rarity is rarer, and then the orange one is the rarest, and you can get one from various methods to actually guarantee you get one. But what people do is that they will sell their spot to the person who has the orange map, or orange maps will all go together. All right. And so like I had got an orange map, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do it with some other orange map people. So we did it, and we found out like, oh, 3 of us have it in one spot, so we all went to go do it there. The first one went off without a hitch. The second one went off without a hitch. The third one, the guy DC'd. Winky face, he DC'd. And I was like, son of a bitch. Right? Like, I was like, I knew this was going to happen eventually. I just didn't know, like, when. And there's no way to, like, stop it, really, except for playing with friends. And so, there's nothing stopping people from being like, oh, I'm just not going to, like, pay you. Or I'm just not going to use my map. Like, whatever. Right? They can just abuse the system. But the thing about this game... Oh, Clay's almost dead. One of the things about it, though, is they can't do it forever. Because the open world is server side, right? It's like a server thing. So you fuck over enough people, you're going to be blacklisted to everybody, right? So I guess they can't really, like, just do it as much as they want, which is... I guess that's pretty nice. Not I guess, it just is, right? So I'm looking forward to that. I'm always watching. Zap this motherfucker. Zap this dumbass. So I'm looking forward to that being like a thing that doesn't happen anymore, because that really sucked. I was like, 2,000 gold gone. But there's also, it's like, I don't know, this is really fucky because you can even just be the person with the map and people can just not pay you. Because like, how do you guarantee somebody's going to pay you, right? Like, do you take half before you go in and half when you come out? But then if they leave, they only have to pay you half, right? But if they don't pay you at all and they won't like pay you after, then they can just leave. And then if they pay you before you go in, then you can just leave, right? Like the person with the map can just leave. So it's kind of fucked no matter how you look at it, right? Like, damn, that's crazy. So, you know, the Flame Lector. Wait, I need to put them. Yeah, she needs to be on this team. So, you know, that's kind of interesting to see. We'll see what happens with it, but I hope people realize, stop trying to fuck everyone over. Like, just get your shit, go with people, and get out of there. Like, you don't be fucking people over. All right, we're all out here trying to get. What that man say in my class at one time? We all squirrels out here trying to get a nut. I was like, bro, what did you just say? Because I missed that part about the nut. I mean, the squirrel part. So I was a little confused what he was talking about, you know? Stabilize. So you look forward to that. But it's like, if you could just do it with your friends, like, that's much better. But the people we played with, we were starting to play with, like, don't really play anymore. So I knew there would be like an exodus, right? Not an exodus, but like not everyone would keep playing. But I didn't expect this many people to stop playing, especially before they even got to like the end game, I guess. Or at least tier 2, because tier 2 is where you like feel the first honing chance really starts getting to you of like, damn, I got no real honing chance here. This sucks, right? And like we talked about honing yesterday of like, I think the honing chances is fine. It reminds me of like if you just don't get loot when you go to like a raid, but I think it's worse because you're directly failing and you're using resources directly and then watching yourself fail, right? Like I farmed for like a week and then I lost. I lost the chance, you know. So I guess it has its merits, right? It has its ups and downs, and I think it just depends on the person. But you know, give me my catch-up mechanics. Fix this dead zone. I ain't gonna be out here struggling, so we'll see. What? Oh, there you go. Them boys got tore up. Look at that shit. Zap they dumbass. Bzz, bzz. Nothing lasts forever. There two of them? Oh. It don't matter. Inazuma shines eternal. Bzz. So I'm looking like, I don't know. If you get cube tickets, if you get the stuff from gathering, the gathering ticket to go to the fields, if you get boss rush tickets in tier 2, like save all that and just do it with your friends. Just do it with your friends. Like that's it. Just do it with your friends. Mostly because they won't int you. Like other people won't int you. Maybe they won't int you, but like you know your friends just like definitely won't, and those are so rare. You don't really want to run the risk of some bozo just being a bozo, you know? Animal hypostasis simulation. Blow them all up, Klee. What? I didn't super? So, you know, that's some more stuff. But, like, the game is actually pretty... Like, I've come to appreciate... to some extent at least, how like complicated the game is. There's a lot of like intertwining systems, or like you gotta do this storyline, or there's like this secret thing, and it's like, oh, that's cool. It's not as straightforward as I thought it was, which on one hand is cool because it makes it like a little more intriguing, but on the other hand it's like, fuck man, I just want to get my shit and get out of here. Like the adventure tome requires you to do like secret quests and stuff, but I don't care about the story, so give my loot. Gimba. Who's next on the chopping block?
Solidify. Order guide you.
Everybody stand back. Y'all think it's gonna be wild when like I'm an old man streamer in like 3 years? But I'm gonna stream like NK Jemisin, bro. I'm gonna like be streaming just like talking. That's kind of sure I'm gonna be. No, I want what Rikito has. I really like that stream avatars thing you can have. And like people could choose like a little character at the bottom that, like walks around. I think that shit is so cool, man. I want one of those. Like I got a Discord server up and running. That was really fun to work on. I had a lot of fun doing that. Even that shit was kind of hard. It wasn't hard as much as like there's just, you know, there's nothing out there that really tells you how to do it. So you gotta find some wiki how that was out of date and do your best, you know. So, but I like the community in the Discord. I just, like, I can't say I wish more people would participate, because it's not like you came to participate, and apparently people are participating in what they want, which is like roles. Like I don't quite. I do get it, because I like having roles too, but the role thing is really fun. I want to do more with them. I have some ideas of what to do at roles. So, oh, total was on. Zap him. I'm always watching. Yeah, don't let them bitches do shit. The yassification of Inazuma. So I have some ideas of like, so I have like the current, it was called season, but I changed it to series because that made more sense, right? It's like, you know, it's like a limited series of roles. But I was thinking like my initial goal was let everybody just keep whatever role they had. So if you came, you get to just choose one, right? And like you got to keep it. Then I was like, man, people have like a crazy amount of roles if I do that. So I think what I'll do instead is like season 1 is just like a test run, and we're not gonna save those. Or series 1 is just a test run. We're not gonna save them. But what I want to do is see how people feel about their name, right? Because right now you can choose your name color independent of your team color, right? Like purple parrots. If you have purple parrots, you can have a green name. But would people be okay with choosing a team name as well as their color, right? Like that's going to be together. So like every series, you have to go in and choose a new team color or color. And what I wonder if that's going to be a bad thing, because everyone's just going to choose the color they want, right? So if you want a yellow display, you're always going to choose yellow. Or would people change it up based on like the name of the team or the event that happens with the team or something? Because like what I want is there to be some kind of winner, in some way that the team that wins, and then those people get to keep that role forever. Like they always have that role now, and that would like, you know, encourage people to try and choose a role. But I don't know how I go about determining who wins and who loses, right? So I thought about doing like a Wordle, like your team, you get put on, you join a team, and then y'all do Wordle, and then every week it gets like takes like the average, right? Like the average score. So if you got like 3 out of 6, your team gets like 3 points. So the team with the least amount of points, you know, does the best. And then whoever wins the end of like a month or 2 weeks, I don't know, that group wins and gets to keep their role, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I think it'd be cool to do stuff like that in Discord, because that's gonna end up being like my Discord I use for a lot of stuff. So I kind of want to consolidate the amount of meme channels I have, but I'm not sure how. Like the only one I can consolidate is like games and anime. The lounge was supposed to be for memes. It's supposed to be like talking, but like fuck it, I don't care. Is there corrosion? Oh, there is. So like I don't really care about that, but I want to add a few more channels. Like I kind of want to migrate the PMA bakery over. I think people would like that kind of content. Like I don't know why people will. Well, I know why. I think people would like that content of what happens in the PMA bakery. Most people don't really know what that is. It's like this channel in the Boogaloo Discord where you post. I post a lot, and like some other people post too, of like realistic positive shit. Like not just, oh, you're here, you're valid. Like I mean, yeah, of course, but you know that's not very helpful. So it's more of like realistic, grounded. What I think is grounded, at least. Advice and stuff like that, and sometimes I'll write like a few paragraphs on it, whatever it is. Can I break his shield? He's Electro. Yeah, I should be able to. I needed Sangonomiya first, though. I need to break this guy with her. Sangonomiya, Kokomi. That jellyfish did some work, though. She has a full stack? Holy shit. Right here, right now. Now you shall perish. Hear ye the fate of condemnation. All right, we in 12, baby. But yeah, we'll see what I can figure out what I can try and do in the Discord. Rhyme biter. Golden Wolf Lord. I think I have to put Klee and them on the bottom because they have to break. I don't know if they have the pillars in this for the V-Shaps down there. They jump on pillars when you fight them, so I guess we'll see. But I am glad that, like, I didn't know people wanted roles like that. Like, I think like Tony and somebody else like, why can't I pick more roles? And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I wanted to pick the role, like all the roles I identify with. And I was like, why? I only wanted people to have one. Like, you can only choose one. But I guess people do want more than one. Like, so I'll do like 3. Like, I'll settle on like 3. But like the funniest one to me is still like Alexa, who she chose a color, she chose sexually active, and that was it. And I was like, huh? Like, what the hell? And I think that, like, I didn't realize how popular, I should have realized how popular Girls Pretty was going to be, but, like, Girls Pretty 2, unapologetically horny on main, like, that's just, what did I think was going to happen, right? Like, when I made that, I was like, oh, that's a cool name, right? Like, people like Myra and Nif, they'll like that. Cause especially Myra, because he's horny on main, like, all the time. He's not really horny on main all the time, but then, you know, like, everybody was picking. I think it's the most used one. I think it's like 9 or 10 people have it. I'm like, why? Why? It's just really funny. Like, I was just looking like, why did people choose fucking Wave Racer 64? And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, that's why I put it on there, right? Like, Wave Racer 64 was kind of cool. So that's been pretty funny, like what people chose. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I don't need her. I need this girl. Ugh! I didn't even rebuff before I went into the mode. Where is he? Oh. God, that was the terrible burst. Now you've got me. Woo! She did 100,000 on that bitch. God damn, girl, go ahead and get it. Oh, that's an Electro Shred. That's the buff from your boy, and his shred with VV. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. And Raiden buff. Come into being. Yes, jump together, little ones. Live. Live. The moment of birth. Da, da, da. Jump over here. Jump over here. Nice.
Everybody stand back. Come into being. La la la. Boing boing boom.
Boing, boing, boom.
A great undertaking.
Order guide you.
This is why I want the other weapon. Because his ult will just always be up. This is order. Ooh. That's not right. I need this boy. Did I just lose energy? How was that?
Moment of birth.
Well, that took me a little while, but that's alright. I hope I ended that with enough energy. And somebody, like, I think Kyle chose the dangum Country Buffet segment 3 status enrolled topic or whatever it is, carvings and other duties. I was like, why did anyone choose this? But yeah, if you're enrolled, you're enrolled. What can we do? See, I need to re-up the totems before I do that, because our totems come back pretty fast. No! Stop stepping on me! Oh!
Shine down. Right now, emerge.
Right now, emerge. Yeah, I think I'd have an easier time if I use the ice team with Bennett. But he definitely have to use Skyward then, because he needs the energy recharge by himself. He don't want to have a pyro battery of any sort.
Let's light it up.
Oh, this thing is so annoying, man. Come here. Like, I actually think Ningguang would be kind of helpful here. Oh, okay.
Stabilize.
Let me hit you! Can I ult just hit him from down here? I'm pretty sure it can. This Klee's a little crack like that. I will have order. I should have held that though, I think. What is this? Is this a thing with the pillars on the outside? I think so. Yeah.
Coming to be. Feel the ancient power.
It's so annoying though. I'm gonna just leave that there. And then like pulse. Nope.
Burst forth.
Like, and I'm pretty sure you have to have this thing with geo damage. Oh, any elemental damage, but geo just like does quadruple the amount. Okay. Like a bitch.
Gather. Burst forth.
Alright, well he got one back. I don't know what that means.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Okay, hand. Fucking geo constructs, baby. Alright, whatever. He's dead before the time limit. Like, I could have just been blasting that man with, like, Ganyu. But I'm not sure if how I would have been able to do that other part. I don't know if her icicles would have, like, hit. Or infused autos from your girl would have been enough. From, like, Ayaka. I'm not sure how that would have worked. Whatever, we got through it. This first team was, like, carrying. Because, oh well. Right now, right here.
Into the wind. There is no. I'm always watching.
I'm always watching.
Right now, right here. Hold the line. Now you shall perish.
I gotta remember to do Kazuha before I do this. Gotta eat Kazuha's buff. Because she also does not snapshot. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Well. Right here, right now. Emerge.
Coming to be. Gather.
Everybody stand back.
This is order.
Are the pillars out there from the jump on? I don't see them. So they're not gonna do that mechanic. Oh, they're gonna do this shit instead. Okay, watch this. I'm not far enough away. She can do like swag walk on that shit. I'm like, girl, go ahead and get it.
Solidify. Moment of birth.
Yeah, I'm going in.
That man has no fucking energy. I kind of want to force them to the middle so they stop doing shit.
Let's light it up.
Order guide you.
If you like kill one, they go to the middle.
Coming to be.
Don't break my construct, you fuck.
Let's light it up. Everybody stand back.
Solidify. I will have order.
Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to cleave. Oh, they just did it anyway. Oh, well, I think when you kill it, they just keep going. They must be, their patterns are different from when you fight them in the open world, then.
Live. Feel this ancient power.
What do they keep going whenever I fucking burst?
This is order.
Going in.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Bro, how are you supposed to beat this shit if you don't clear the first one in like 30 seconds? I mean, or this one in 30 seconds, but like, the DPS checks are getting wild, dude. If this is your first spiral, like, how the fuck do you beat this? What? This game is crazy. Give me my loot. Gimba. I didn't look at the stuff from last week. I want to see what I got the damage I did last week, the highest damage thing. Raiden Shogun did the most with 76,000. This time it's definitely going to be Yai. She did 100k with that strike or her ulti. I don't even know when, like 74k on her R? Like, what the freak? What the freak? What a time. Alright, well, that's me. I'm done. The video is not 3 hours long this time. for better or worse. I should do like the other stuff, but I don't want to. So that's it. Goodbye.